Hey, what's up everybody? Thank you for clicking on the video. This is David Pendleton and we're going to cover some more Golf Impact. In this video, I'm going to show you what I've been doing in the game. I've got some really exciting news about how this game works. I'm going to run through my progress. I'm going to do some one-on-one tour play and just overall talk about the game as we go. So right here, you can see I've been busy with the game for sure. If you click on my player profile, you'll see this one is called Impact DP. I've been working on building a couple different accounts. We played 121 games. We won 100 for 83%. Right now, currently on a 2-game winning streak, 3 holes in ones. Have not picked up the Albatross yet, but hopefully we can get one here soon. But other than that, take a look at the gold. We're up to about 76K, and we're pushing 16.7 thousand gems. Now you might be wondering, how did I get so many gems? I gotta tell you, one of the really cool things about the game is the Impact Pass. So every time you open a golf bag, you earn tick marks towards the Impact Pass, which you can see right here if I click on it, and it brings you into all the rewards that you can earn. So what's gonna happen here, once I open this blue bag, basically right now it says 4 out of 5, it'll say 5 out of 5, and then I qualify for another reward. One really exciting thing about this game is it feels like every time you log in, you're getting bags to open up, you're filling up the Impact Pass. I just feel like we get a lot of rewards, which is really, really nice, and it keeps the game exciting. So one thing here I want to highlight is the Impact Pass. You can see that I have both of them opened up, and that's how I got so many gems. So if you're a player who's willing to spend a little bit of money on a game, and yeah, it's a free to download game for sure, you can absolutely play it for free, but for a lot of people this is fun. A lot of people this is entertainment. Same thing as going out to a movie or going to a dinner. If you find it fun and enjoyable, why not spend a few bucks on it? If you're willing to do so, you can get the Impact Pass 1 and the Impact Pass 2, or just one or the other. Of course, it starts off with number 1. But you can see one really cool thing is if you buy the Impact Pass number 1, you start off with the Legendary Club. The Legendary Clubs in this game are awesome. They give you a significant advantage in one-on-one play, and they really look cool too. The golf clubs look awesome, which I'll show you. But you can see here we have the Impact Pass 1 and Pass 2 done. And notice how many bags you get and how many gems you get. I went through here and I tallied up the gems, and I believe that you get 27,500 gems by having both passes unlocked and available to you. You talk about a significant advantage in the game a couple different ways, which I'll go ahead and show you. But I'm just scrolling through here so you can see all this fun and exciting stuff that you get. And like I said, every time you log in, it feels like you're opening golf bags, you're getting club cards, which then feed your Golf Impact Pass. And then you come here, you pick up more gems, you open up more bags. And when you open up these bags, it also feeds the pass. So I gotta tell you, the game developers have done a good job with rewards because it always feels like you're getting something. And on top of that, this is really cool. You might think that once you get all 37 levels complete that you're done, but you're not, because you can also get a total of 2,500 more gems after completing tier 37. So every time you get 5 tick marks in that golf pass, you can come back here and get more gems. And you can see that I've collected 800 out of the 2,500 available. Now you might say, hey, I thought you get 27,500 gems. How come I only have 16,000 left? Well, let me tell you why. It's because I've been doing this a lot. One of the really cool features about the game is the training section. So you'll see in here that right now I am training my putter. Very cool that the game gave you a putter option, to basically upgrade in a sense. So this impact affects the ability to hit perfect. One thing really cool about this game is putting is more challenging than other games. So spending the time to upgrade or train your putter is definitely worth it. Now, I've spent quite a few gems speed completing the impact instead of waiting the time. You can see here that I got basically a full day ahead of me before this thing is ready to be upgraded. But if I just hit complete now, I just spent 156 gems, and now I'm at an impact level 15, which I think is moving along really nicely. It looks like we're about halfway through, or very close to halfway upgrading that club. You can go in here and take a look at all the clubs that I have in my bag. I mean, first of all, the graphics of the clubs are really cool. I think it makes the game stand out. You know, I love the way that tornado club looks if you take a look at that. The meteor driver, oh my gosh, is an awesome, awesome club. I actually just unlocked it a few days ago, and it's been really fun taking that thing to the tee box. So this is where I'm at here. Now the next thing I can do is I can just upgrade one of these clubs. Not upgrade, I'm sorry, do the impact. So I can start to train my driver again. And now we have 1 day, 1 hour, and 35 minutes until the impact level goes from 5 to 6. So that's really cool. Here's a good look at my bag. You can see that the wedge, I've got the tornado, the short iron, the firestorm, the Phoenix for the long iron. The driver is available for upgrade, so let's go ahead and do that now. Now you're going to see here, I'm going to upgrade the meteor for 10,000 gold coins. Now, whenever we upgrade this, we're going to go from 215 power all the way up to 223. We're going to get 11 more topspin boosts. That's going to help you get the extra yards on the fairway. The backspin increases, the curl increases, and the ball guideline is going to go up to 89%. So let's go ahead and do that. And now we have our driver at a level 2. These legendary clubs are a really amazing part of the game. I think they look really cool, and I just like the graphics of them, like I said a couple different times. So that's sort of what I've been up to in the game. Now let me show you what I mean about the impact pass. So watch, I'm going to open this free bag. When I open this free bag, you're going to see this impact pack session go from a 4 to a 5. 421 gold coins. Pick up a couple screw. Another sand wedge, the pyramid, the cactus. So now it's going to go to a level 5. And that means I get to go in here and receive 100 more gems. So that's a really cool concept, because now I could go in there and use those free gems that I just got to speed open that meteor club. So I'll open up the blue bag as we go here. Open up another blue bag. The blue bags are the most common ones that you can open. So you can see they're filled with a bunch of common clubs. And then let's see, oh, look at that. We're already getting another reward. You see how awesome that is? So there in just seconds, we received 200 more gems, which again, I could go in there right now. And if I wanted to, I could just complete it for 171. And we're still going to be, 29 gems ahead of where we were. But we're just going to let it sit for a little while. I'm in a dead race here for the weekly league. So myself and a couple people have been bouncing back and forth. But let's go. Let's go ahead and play some games. Now, one thing is, we already did the long iron drive challenge on my last video. If you haven't got to check out my content yet, you can find a dedicated playlist to Golf Impact on my channel by hitting the playlist section and looking for Golf Impact. Now, the putting challenge, I have tried this one time so far. Not on this account, on one of my other accounts. And I got to tell you, it's pretty difficult. I did not do good at all. I am sure I'm going to fall on my face as I try to do it right here with you guys and gals. But we're going to go ahead and give it a try. The thing with the putting challenge here is you don't get a full ball guideline. So you kind of have to guess, where this ball is going to go. And the nice part about it is, if you have multiple accounts, you can kind of test it out and get a feel for it. But I don't really know where to aim here 100%. We hit a great ball to the right, so that's not going to be good. Oh, man. We left it short, but again, I was guessing. I tried to take a little steam off of it because on my other account, I hit the ball way too far. But, this is my first time ever playing something like this, so we can only get better from here. It's no different than any other game that we play. We just have to get used to the mechanics. And if we stick with it, we'll get better as we go. Speaking of getting better, let's go ahead and play some tour play. Here I'm playing a little bit of tour number 3, and I'm going to focus on this tour during the entire stream. So tour number 3, Romantic City, Paris. And the reason that I'm doing that, to be honest, is because I'm just trying to get familiar with the game's mechanics. I want to get really good at hitting perfect shots. I want to get good at being more accurate. And if we hang out in these lower tours, where we're only going to get up to, maybe 4.5 mile per hour wind, that's going to help us really understand the game's, ring system to hit more accurate shots. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I've been taking a lot of notes on my clubs. I've been taking a lot of notes as far as pulling rings and moving them to judge for distance. And, hopefully that's going to pay off dividends in the future. I've been playing the whole time with just a basic ball so far. And, another reason that I'm doing that is because I want to save my good balls for tournament play and for higher level tours if needed. Now, you see our opponent there, I believe, used the super rookie ball, which is really one of the best balls in the game. But here we're going to see if we can keep up with our opponents just by using the basic ball. One thing you'll notice differently about this game is the graphics. I think the scenery so far has been really nice. I mean, the Eiffel Tower here looks beautiful in the background. The very beginning, I think tour number 1 starts you off in the islands.
Opponent's turn.
I think that's really cool. Other than that, this is really where it comes down to us trying to learn together as a community to figure out the accuracy system. You see, here's our opponent's turn, and he is definitely using that super rookie ball, which again is a really nice ball. It's the most expensive free-to-play ball. This ball is kind of like a Kingmaker if you're used to playing Golf Clash. I'm not saying the stats and everything are like that. I'm just saying that this ball right here, if you were to spend your gems to buy them, it is the most expensive one and also the best one in the game for sure, in my opinion. So here we're going to be using our wood club, and I'm going to go with backspin. Quite a bit of backspin because we saw our opponent go long. And just like other games, you can zoom in and zoom out. I feel like the timer goes a little bit faster, so be wary of that. And from here, it's really just about trying to strike the ball perfect. And see how we do as far as, getting close to the cup goes. Oh, we almost picked up my first albatross here during the pre-recorded session. That would have been a lot of fun. But now this is where, it's going to come into chipping in. Chipping in and putting so far have not been my friend, but I'm getting better at it. Our opponent here has a pretty straight headwind shot. So when we say headwind, that means we had the wind blowing at our face. So that's going to make the ball travel less distance. Here, a great ball. Probably won't get away with it. And we're going to be putting in for a win. So it's nice starting off the session with a win in the bag.
For eagle.
And then we'll see if we can't get ourselves a rematch. I think you're going to hear my cat in the background. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Please hit the thumbs up button if you like my content. But you also know I'm a huge animal advocate. Our house is like a zoo around here, but that's okay. We love all of our animals. As a matter of fact, one of them just came up to fuss my arm as I was playing. But the one you hear in the background, his name is Sunny. He is a Maine Coon cat, so he's very big, very fluffy, and very, very talkative. If you get used to watching my channel, you're going to notice he likes to follow me around, and you'll hear him talk a lot. Now I've got the other one here, fussing my iPad as I'm trying to play, and she is purring super loud. I don't know if you can hear that or not. Probably not, but she's really showing me a lot of love right now on Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to everybody who's a father or celebrating it with your father if you have the availability to do so. That's awesome. My father unfortunately passed away when I was young. I was 16 when he passed. But it's always a day of remembrance, right? And it's really a day to spend with your family. Stepdaughter and my wife and I all went out to get some barbecue today. So that was nice. All right, looks like our opponent here has a different driver. He's using the feather ball.
Great
So
shot.
Michael, our opponent, is using a feather ball. That is one of the introductory balls in the game. So that is the least expensive ball to buy if you're going to be using gems.
Light rough.
Now, our opponent is in the rough. So one thing, when it comes to a strategy like this,
Your turn.
we know that our opponent now is not going to be able to make it to the green on their second shot. So what we don't want to do here, and what I advise you to do if you're looking to pick up as many wins as possible,
Take shot.
is to not go crazy with your drive. You don't need to do one of these drives like this, because if you mess up, you'll be in the rough with your opponent, and you basically bail them out. So here we're going to go with a nice, easy shot.
Perfect
Something
shot.
easy to hit perfect, because we know that we're going to land on the fairway. So now it's going to come down to us just executing shot number 2. So what do I mean by that?
Fairway.
Our second shot, if we can get ourselves onto the green from here, we're going to have a putt to possibly win the game
Opponent's
without
turn.
having to go to a tiebreaker. You'll see that our opponent is only going to be able to get up the fairway here, nowhere close to the green. So as long as we do what we need to do by getting on the green in 2 shots, obviously our probability to win the hole goes up greatly. So
Perfect
one
shot.
big piece of advice I can give you in any game like this, whether it's a golf game or any other type of competition game like this, if your opponent messes up,
Fairway.
don't put yourself in the same situations where you can mess up too. Take everything nice and easy and just pick
Your
up the
turn.
win. I would imagine that's the reason why you clicked on whatever tour you're clicking on to play, was in the hopes to win it whenever the game started. So, do everything you can to not make it harder for you. So here, we're going to move over just a little
Take
bit.
shot. Great shot.
Great ball to the right, but since I aimed left, we should be okay.
Fringe.
And then we land on the fringe here. Now, I've not been 100% on these shots yet. When I typically mess up, it does come from my fringe game
Opponent's
and my
turn.
putting game. That's one big part I got to work on. But, like we saw, I'm only 122 games in, so, realistically, just scratching the surface of getting started on playing this game. But all in all, I really like it a lot. And I hope that you do too. If you're following along and watching and listening, I would love to hear in the comments what you think of the game.
Great shot.
Let me know this. Let me know how many games you've played so far and what your winning percentage is. And tell me your favorite thing
Fairway.
about the game. Let's try to keep it as positive as possible, for sure. If you follow along with me, I'm a
Your
pretty
turn.
positive person. Let's highlight the good things. And if something needs to be fixed in the game, then in any game, we just trust that the developers will work on that. So here we could go with one of these shots where we apply max top spin. Now, I haven't been doing too good with those. So I'm going to try to just play it a little bit normal, to be honest. And we're going to just aim down here slightly
Take shot.
in hopes that the wind pushes us back towards the hole.
Perfect shot.
Perfect ball.
Eagle.
And we get it in the cup for an eagle. And we do pick up the win. So the strategy held true. Our opponent drives the rough. We drive the fairway. And we pick up the win.
Win.
And we collect ourselves another 2,200 gold coins to try to move ourselves back up in the standings. We do have a rematch. I'll tell you, I don't get many rematches in this game so far. And the other thing that I've noticed about the game is the opponents seem to be skillful. I have not ran into many opponents yet who have less than a 50% winning percentage. It seems that the majority of opponents that I play have a very high winning percentage. Most of them around, 70 to 80%. So sort of like myself. Looks like the game is thinking here. Now, again, I don't recall
You
getting
go
many
first.
rematches, but here we go. Okay. I go first. So, here we have 3.5 mile per hour wind. Now, if you've watched a tutorial on the wind system, you know that one ring is going to account for 2.5 miles per hour. So what we're going to do here is kind of flip this around until that wind arrow blows north. And then, if we start from the center, that's one ring, and that's 2 rings. We're going to move this about 1.5 rings over here to account
Take
for the
shot.
wind push. Now you can see the shot clock is already going down, so be mindful. The shot clock is a little fast in this game.
Perfect
We
shot.
do get it off with 1 second left. We used a little bit of overpower, but again, I just wanted to make sure that I hit perfect so that I can get centered up on the fairway.
Fairway.
Now on this particular hole, there's a lot of fairway to work with. So more than likely, both my opponent and I will be here on
Opponent's
the
turn.
fairway. And then it's just ultimately going to come down to who hits their second shot better. And then possibly a tiebreaker. If you're not familiar with how the tie-breaking system works in this game, it is different and it is cool. No tiebreaker so far goes from the tee box that I've seen. The tiebreakers are going to be put at a random part of the golf course. And it could be in the
Perfect
fairway,
shot.
it could put you in the rough, and it's all about who gets closest to the pin. But again, it's going to be from any section of the
Fairway.
course that you're playing, which is pretty neat and very different and unique. So I also like that feature about the game too.
Your turn.
Now you're going to see here, this is a long par 5. Now we do have the distance to make it. We have to be careful with the amount of topspin that we're going to be using because we know we're going to go into overpower as well. So we have this wind here blowing almost 5 miles an hour. I don't recall really seeing it too that high. So we're going to try to move for this. We'll push back up to max to
Take
get our
shot.
yards back. And we're going to go with some overpower and a little bit of curl.
Perfect
We do strike
shot.
that perfect ball, which is super important. The graphic looks awesome. And what we like to do here is get a nice little roll. Oh, I'd like a little bit more
Fairway.
roll, so I should have used a little bit more top spin. But that's gonna come with just getting used to the club and getting used to how far the ball rolls.
Opponent's turn.
With your club. Now, for that particular wood club, the Hellfire, I just unlocked that, I believe, yesterday. So I've not had a lot of practice with it. But, ultimately, I'm pretty happy with that shot, to be honest. That puts a little bit of pressure on our opponent to either match that or do better. Because where I'm at, it's not a guaranteed chip in.
Perfect shot.
Our opponent decided to curl the same way the wind is pushing. Also hit a very nice shot.
Fairway.
So now this is going to come down to who can chip in. And I know that I'm closer. I totally get that. But again, this is no
Your
gimme
turn.
for me yet. I always point out my weaknesses, and I've got a lot of room to get better at the game for sure. I do like the wind, though. I'm going to make sure my
Take
ball
shot.
guideline goes through the hole. The wind is blowing straight at us.
Perfect shot.
Hopefully, if we hit perfect, we get in the cup. And we're going to
Eagle.
drop it dead center for another eagle. So far, the one-on-one play is going good for us. And I'm glad because sometimes I get
Opponent's
on here
turn.
and do these and it just becomes, I just get my teeth kicked in sometimes, it feels like. But so far, so good. So again, Michael here has a 69% winning percentage. Like I said, the majority of players that I've played have had high winning percentages. And 69% is good. Nothing wrong with that at all. Now he's aiming directly in the cup. He's got his ball pretty centered. Ooh, he's doing a little bit of left curl here, though.
Perfect shot.
Perfect ball. And ultimately, the difference was that little bit of left curl. If you're not familiar with games like this,
Nice
and you want to know
on.
what I mean by left curl, It means, getting your ball centered and then moving it to the left a little bit. And ultimately, that's the only reason that he missed to the left-hand side. If he would have kept his ball exactly straight in the middle of the adjustment target zone, then, he would have been in the hole instead of missing it to the left.
Win.
But we do pick up another win. We pick up another 2.2 thousand tokens. Oh, and I forgot to hit the rematch. Sometimes I accidentally hit that lobby button. But you can see here we filled up all of our bags. We're moving our way back up. And we're going to go in for our third game against Brian. This is one thing that's really cool about this game too. If this is your first time seeing me play it, or maybe you haven't played it yet, par 3s are in regular one-on-one games. They are not reserved only for shootouts. So this is a normal part of the game. We're playing a par 3. Looks like I'm having some unstable internet issues here too. Brian is at an 85 winning percentage. Very good. He's using the super rookie ball, which means we could be in for a very competitive game.
Perfect shot.
Perfect ball from Brian. Let's see where this thing goes. 1 hop, 2 hop, rolling towards the cup. Brian is in there for a hole-in-one. Wow. Great shot, sir.
Your turn.
And I would be safe to bet we're picking up a loss here. Very good shot. Right into the hole. Let me give this thing just a little bit of top spin juice.
Take shot. Perfect shot.
Perfect ball, so at least we got that part right. Oh, okay. Not even close. Well played, sir. Well played.
Nice on.
No well played button, so we'll say nice shot again. Uh-oh. Now our opponent's having some connectivity issues.
Lose.
It's a great shot, and sometimes that happens. Sometimes you just gotta say, hey, they did what they're supposed to do. So let's go again. Let's see if we can get back on the rain track.
You go first.
Here we go. So another par 3. Now this one's given me some trouble in the past, so I've kind of figured out that we don't accidentally want to clip that rough. Again, the wind is blowing here straight at us, so I'm going to add a little bit of top spin.
Take shot.
And we're doing that just to account for the wind push.
Perfect shot.
I think we're hitting everything perfect, though, which is nice. It's a big part of any game like this, hitting perfect shots. All right, slow down. All right, so nice. We'll
Nice
take that.
on.
We'll take that shot. That'll hopefully put a little added
Opponent's
pressure
turn.
on our opponent here to get close to the pin. 89 winning percentage. So I'm telling you, it's a common theme with this game. I don't know where the opponents are that are losing, but I don't see them. Everybody's winning. Not that I'm complaining. I'll take the competition. I'm just saying this is a lot of people winning a very, very, very
Perfect
high percentage of
shot.
their games. All right.
Nice on.
Now this is a situation right here where we may be going to the tiebreaker.
For birdie. Birdie. Opponent's turn.
All right, so here we
Birdie.
go. I've talked about the tiebreakers. Now we're going to see one live in action.
Draw. Tiebreaker. You go first.
All right, so it's going to put us on the fairway here. I'm going first with the wedge. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to apply a pretty good amount of backspin. Now again, this is a club I just unlocked the other day as well. So I've not had a lot of practice with it.
Take shot. Perfect shot. Nice on.
Little bit too much backspin, but 1.4 yards away. That's really not that bad.
Opponent's
Typically,
turn.
that's good enough to win a game. But I do say typically. We'll see. But again, maybe not, because our opponent is winning 89% of their games.
Great shot.
Oh, but they hit a great ball to the right, so, you know, that should be one that we do pick up the win on here.
Nice on.
I think with a perfect ball, they might have won, but that's part of the game. Part of the game is you got to hit perfect.
Win.
All right, back to the lobby we go. And we'll just keep this thing trucking along. So, hey, at least we've won 3 out of 4. That's not too bad. Unlucky to roll into a hole-in-one. Keep it going with Romantic City in Paris. All right, now we're up against Daryl. Daryl's got a nice picture of his family here. Also has the Meteor driver, so he's got a great club. Now, you should make sure that you apply your top spin on the ball. That way you get the most
Perfect
yards
shot.
possible. Now, we're going to talk about this hole a little bit when it comes to strategy, because you're going to see that he went right into the
Light
rough.
rough.
Now, the reason that happened is just because of where he was aiming. He did not account for the wind push.
Your
This
turn.
wind is blowing from right to left, just like that. So, you know, if you aim right here, then you're more than likely that wind is going to push you into the rough. But first, we're going to go with the top spin. And we're going to want to make sure that we aim 2.4 miles an hour. The game says we have to move 1 ring to account for wind, right? Something like that.
Take shot.
2 wind is 1 ring. So we moved it a little bit more than 1 ring.
Perfect shot.
Perfect ball. And you see there, by accounting for that wind and using what the game gives us in the
Fairway.
tutorials for the wind system, we do hit exactly where we were aiming for. This will again put the heat on our opponent to now have to
Opponent's
lay
turn.
up here on the fairway and make a very difficult shot to try to get the ball in the hole in the third shot. And as long as we hit our game plan, you know, we should be on the green in 2 shots. And hopefully putting in for an easy win. But we'll see.
Good shot.
Like I said, I just got this wood club unlocked. So I still have to learn how it rolls and everything.
Fairway.
Again, with the Eiffel Tower in the background, you know, that looks really nice.
Your turn.
Okay, so the wind is blowing 2 miles an hour from right to left. We're going to use backspin and try to get the ball just to stop at the hole here. Just like this. We're going to move this around. 2 wind is 1 ring. So
Take shot.
we'll do it just like that.
Perfect shot.
Perfect ball. And even with the backspin, we go a little
Nice
long. That'll
on.
put some pressure on me to make that putt there.
Opponent's turn.
So Daryl's won 67% of his games.
Perfect shot.
Again, that's a good winning percentage, you know, as long as you're winning more than you're losing. And you're not going crazy with your buy-ins up and down tours, you know, you should be
Nice
profiting
on.
coins on the game. All right, now the pressure is on for the putt.
For
We gotta
eagle.
hit perfect on these putts. I'm telling you, the slightest great ball will really throw you off, as it should. Great ball to the right. Oh, barely snuck it in there for an eagle. For some reason, when I putt, I have the tendency to hit great right. I don't know what it is, but it happens a lot. But I'm glad we're able to make it for sure.
Win.
That's 5 games in. We've won 4 out of 5, so that's 80%. Not too shabby. We'll see if we can pick up a rematch here. But that's not going to happen. And we're back in first place in the weekly challenge. So like I said, it's been a tight race. What's going to happen when I finish this stream is that I know that opponent's going to get on there and start playing again. But that's all right. Part of the competition. Now we go back into playing. Play some one-on-one. Let's keep it moving. Turn on a little bit of the in-game sound. See how that works. Give us a little bit of something to listen to as we go along, I guess.
You go first.
All right, so we're up first here. We're not going to do anything crazy on this shot. We're just going to try to make sure we land on the fairway. That way we are
Take shot.
easily to the green in 2.
Perfect shot.
You know, a lot of people get gassed up and they want to go with these crazy overpowered shots. You know, but what's the point on a hole like this? You know, yeah, you might go full
Fairway.
overpower and get yourself an extra 10 or 15 yards. But, I mean, really, from this distance, is it really going to make your second shot that much easier to go in the hole?
Opponent's turn.
Probably not, you know. So, again, we play it safe, and then at least we know that we should be on the green here to get this ball into the hole for an easy putt. Or maybe we'll get lucky and make the shot. Who knows? Simon's at 58% winning percentage, so that's on the lower end of what we normally see. But still, winning more than you lose. Can't complain about that. He is going for one of those
Sliced.
big shots like I was talking about. And sliced the ball. This is going to go into the heavy rough.
Heavy rough.
You know, I'm really glad we're getting a lot of examples to talk about during the gameplay.
Your
Because
turn.
this is one of those things that I'm saying, don't do that to yourself. Because now we're in a position to where we're just going to be able to get right here, really nice onto the green.
Take shot. Perfect shot.
And this will set us up beautifully
Nice on.
to putt in for hopefully the win. So now our opponent, because they're in the rough, you know, if they would have just taken a normal shot, they
Opponent's
should be
turn.
on the green with us. But now they're not going to be able to get anywhere close to the green. But at the end of the day, you have to play the game how it's fun to you. If you want to go for the crazy, super maxed, overpower shots,
Great
you know,
shot.
then do it 100% as long as it's fun. But, you know, if you're competitive and you want to play to win,
Fairway.
you know, you can't get frustrated if you're doing things like that and you're constantly, you know, in the rough.
For birdie.
Just make sure you're making good decisions. This time we hit perfect.
Birdie.
All right, I feel good after losing that hole in one. We're chugging along
Opponent's
here.
turn.
I think I started the stream off with 80% winning percent, 83%. So as long as we win this game, we've won 5 out of 6, which is, I believe, exactly 83%. So we'll keep the winning percentage
Great
intact.
shot.
We'll try to move it up to 84 and then 85, but you never know.
Nice on.
I'd just like to say, you
Win.
know, I appreciate everybody who's watching this. I really do. It means a lot. If you like my content, if you don't mind taking a moment there to hit the thumbs up button, I'd be very appreciative of that. And I hope you give the game a shot. One thing coming to the game soon, and I can't wait to find out more details, is going to be clans. So that'd be cool to get some of us in clans together to get the competition, the juices flowing. All right, here we go. We're going to be playing a par 3 against, what was it, Franco? Was that correct?
You go first.
All right, we're up first. 66%. Ooh, we're not going to do that. I was getting a little silly there.
Take shot. Perfect shot.
I'll tell you, I'm hitting more balls perfect than I normally do. So this is so far so good. I'm thinking that, you know, ahead of time you guys are sending some
Nice
good
on.
positive energy my way and helping me out. But we'll take it all day.
Opponent's turn.
Now our opponent here has the beginner long iron. You would think that after 131 games, they've definitely got some club options, and they're using the super rookie ball with the
Great
beginning
shot.
club. So make sure you always check your golf bag to put in the better clubs.
Nice on.
But here it's very likely that we're going to be heading to another playoff hole. Playoff
For
shot.
birdie.
Tiebreaker, I believe is what it's called. I just call it a shootout.
Birdie. Opponent's turn.
And if you're wondering, my goal here on the stream is to play 10 games. Okay? 10 games. This is game number 7. and then I'll call it a day.
Birdie.
And always look out for more content for me. Subscribe, hit the subscribe button, turn the notification bell on, and then you'll get notifications when I play the game live. And I would imagine the next time I put something together, it's going to be a live stream. So we'll have a lot of fun with that.
You go first.
All right, so we're going first. It's our turn to set the tone and see what happens. Now I don't know how this club reacts. Meaning I don't know how far the ball travels once we strike it here. I haven't had this club for too long.
Take shot. Perfect shot.
Ooh, very close.
Nice
All right.
on.
Well, you know what? We can't be greedy. We're going to take that.
Opponent's turn.
Opponent's using the dart here. A very good ball. Now he's going with no spin. And underpowering the shot. So not in the center of the target, more of...
Perfect shot.
Ooh, bounced over the hole. Very close to getting it in the hole, but honestly went too long. And we pick up another W. So we've won 6 out of 7. We've got 3 more games to go. Can we run the table the rest of the way? Let's see. I have noticed this reconnecting thing quite a bit during play. On both ends, on my end and my opponent's. And the thing about it is that, you know, I'm using my LTE connection, which is very, very strong where I live. And I'm not too sure of why it would tell me sometimes that I'm reconnecting, but, you know, I'm not sure.
Win.
Don't do anything with your screen. Just kind of let the game figure it out and catch back up with you. I get impatient. If somebody doesn't rematch wide away, I just go right to the lobby and keep this thing moving along. Three games to go.
You go first.
All right, so let's take a look at this course here. So this one, you know, we could go over here, or we could try to get the ball over here. Obviously, this drive right here is more dangerous, for sure. But just for fun, we're going to do that.
Take shot. Perfect shot.
Definitely not using any overpower. I just want to make sure that I hit the ball perfect and get it where we wanted to, and we absolutely did.
Fairway.
And we'll see what our opponent tries
Opponent's
to do here.
turn.
Well, we got somebody who's got a 77 game winning percentage. That's very good. Nothing wrong with that. That's just a habit of mine, too. I always click on my opponent to see their stats. I just look at winning percentage. It kind of gives me an idea of how good of a player they are. Now this person is gambling, okay, going with that overpowered shots. Hard to hit perfect. They hit great, and they got away with it. All right, very nice shot there by our opponent.
Fairway. Your turn. Take shot. Perfect shot.
Oh, oh, oh. Hey! In there for an eagle. We adjusted for the wind perfectly, and we get the ball to drop.
Opponent's turn.
Very nice and exciting. Gotta really start to learn the accuracy of the game and making those wind adjustments properly.
Perfect shot.
Our opponent hit a perfect ball. It's going to come into the left-hand side.
Nice
Now,
on.
let's see if we can get a rematch here. That would be nice. Take that. 2 games to go, everybody. 2 games to go.
Win.
So far, the only loss we suffered was to a hole-in-one. All right, so we got a par 3 here. 84% on the winning percentage.
Perfect shot.
Oh my goodness. Holy
Nice
cow.
on.
I thought we were going to get hit by another hole-in-one. I was holding my breath thinking,
Your
come
turn.
on. That was a very, very nice shot. Extremely close.
Take shot. Perfect shot.
All right, so now it's time to come down to the putts.
Nice on. Opponent's turn.
And possibly another tiebreaker.
Birdie. For birdie. Birdie.
All right, here we go. Here we go. I feel like after our opponent's very
Draw.
near miss on that one, we're going to be in for a tough, tough tiebreaker shot here.
Tiebreaker. Perfect shot. Nice on.
Very, very
Your
close here,
turn.
everybody. Very close.
Take shot. Perfect shot. Nice on.
All right. Not bad. Not bad at all. One more game to go.
Win.
We have won 8 out of 9. No rematch. I'll just keep it moving along. Last game. Again, I hope you found it enjoyable. I really do. I hope you think the game is fun. It's something new and exciting for sure. It's been out for just a very, very short amount of time globally. I mean, like a month
It's
and
raining.
a half.
Be careful.
So the game has a lot of room
You
to
go
grow.
first.
You can see here that it's raining. Another cool part of the game. We are getting perfect tailwind, meaning the ball's going to go further because of the wind. And you can see here it tells me that I'm
Take shot.
having Wi-Fi issues, even though I'm not on Wi-Fi.
Great shot.
Oh, no. That thing popped up right as I was getting ready to release the ball. I hope we're okay, and we are.
Fairway.
Very close.
Opponent's turn.
All right, Eddie's going with a very dangerous shot here.
Perfect shot.
Wow, perfect ball. Struck it. Awesome. That's good now. So, I mean, the thing is, I don't think Eddie had to do that. He
Fairway.
could have just played it safe and played on the same side that he did. But he
Your
could have played
turn.
it, a little bit closer to the rough line. So, from where I'm at right here and where he's at, we're both going to be able to reach the green. Now, if he'd have played it, a little bit more in this area, kind of like where my smiley face is, then he'd have been closer. So keep that in mind too. That's just a little strategy part of the game as well. But regardless, we're both getting to the green in 2.
Take shot.
And from here, it's going to come down to possibly another
Perfect
tiebreaker
shot.
hole.
Nice on. Opponent's turn.
Now you can see here he's easily able to reach the green using the long iron, I believe. Not
Perfect shot.
doesn't even need the wood club, I should say.
Nice on. For birdie. Birdie.
All right, we've done our part. Now we wait on our opponent here.
Opponent's turn.
I feel like we've had quite a few tiebreakers during this stream as well. So we check in on Eddie. Eddie's winning 60% out of 145 games. Currently on a 3-game winning streak. And we are still at that 83% on a 6-game winning streak. Eddie is in for birdie. Here we go. Last hole of the stream.
Draw.
Let's try to wrap this thing up on a
Tiebreaker.
positive note. But hey, either way, no matter how it goes, at worst
You go
case scenario, we
first.
won 8 out of 10, 80%. Best case scenario, we win this one for 9 out of 10 and 90% of our games using only the basic ball, which is nice too. Now, in the rain, the ball does not travel as far, so keep that in mind. In the rain, it slows the ball down, okay?
Take shot. Great shot.
Oh, that's my bad shot.
Nice on.
Bad shot there from me. We've set our opponent up very nicely to sneak away
Opponent's
with the win.
turn. Perfect
Our
shot.
opponent strikes a perfect ball, but it seemed as if they were aiming right of the hole. And they did aim
Fringe.
right of the hole. 4.55. I can't remember what I got.
Lose.
Oh, Eddie sneaks off with the win by 0.04 yards. Very nice. Very well done. I hit a great shot, so it's my fault. But hey, all in all, we won 8 out of 10. I can't complain about that. Let's see where we're at in the ranking system. Like I said, I've been going back and forth, and there they have passed us up again. So I've got some work to do, maybe later on tonight as I'm laying in bed. Either way, I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope you liked the game. Please subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Leave me a comment. Let me know how you're doing with the game. And most importantly, have a great day. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Very, very thankful.